Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive here with a reading for the collective. This is a Libra collective reading. We'll use a variety of tarot and oracle cards to get messages for the week. I'll also channel messages intuitively that I receive. And let's see what we have. Happy lunar eclipse. It's a total lunar eclipse in Pisces. This could be a time where significant internal blockages are addressed, released. It says believe in the impossible here with this blue moon card. So there could be a major shift in your personal energy, okay, as we're in this eclipse season officially. This could be a time for deeper connection with your true self. You could be seeing a clearer path forward. You may be, experiencing a lot of emotions at this time too. It is, after all, a lunar eclipse in Pisces. So let's see what else we have for you. A new romantic cycle begins. Well, this came through in the All Signs reading too on the other channel over on Mantic Mystic. So let's see what else we have for you. I have posted your September reading as well as your eclipse season reading here on this channel. So go ahead and check those out if you'd like. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. I think it's time, it's time to release whatever is holding you back. And that's what this reading's really going to focus on. We'll do our usual, what we normally cover, angel numbers, crystal cards, animal cards, all that. But we're going to really focus on some of that shadow self stuff. What do we need to surrender to? We'll look into if there are any sort of money blocks too. And really whatever we need to. All right, so let's see what else we have. And as you are exploring your reflecting on things, and I just want to say it can be one of those times, this period especially for Libras, because it is about to transition into our birthday season. And I don't know about you, but birthdays are not great for everybody. Sometimes, they're really, it can be reminders of how things haven't been great. It can be a great celebratory time as well, but it can also be a time that's a little more challenging because we're in a reflective sort of time, and pair that with an intense eclipse season. And so just be gentle with yourself, take good care of yourself, and connect with things you enjoy, connect with that part of you that has really done so much work along the way. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So believe in the impossible. You and your loved ones are safe. It's time to release negativity. And for some of you, there is a new romantic partnership coming in maybe. It really, I feel, could be a partnership in any way, any sense of the word. It doesn't have to just be romantic, as we always talk about on this channel. What else do we have for you? We have this change of seasons as well. Wow. All right. There's just a lot going on. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. That's what came flying in off the table. And so the Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel for some of us, and this can be the card of victim mentality, but I feel for a lot of us, we are doing the work. We are facing whatever's making us feel stuck. We're facing our fears. We're taking control. This is empowerment. This is freedom. This is a new perspective. This, Libra, is you stepping into your full power. If you're feeling stuck, you feel there's an invisible force holding you back, keeping you from truly shining, maybe that's what you're reflecting on right now. And maybe you're addressing whatever it is that could be feeling as though it's weighing you down, draining your energy. So we will explore hidden blocks and the things you're already probably aware of that just maybe you need a little confirmation of. We have the 1111 card here. This is achievement, but it's I always call it the 1111 card. A lot of readers do, I think, because we have the two wands and the two wands. So it's 1111. It's something's coming in divine timing. And please know that the universe has not abandoned you, all right? Sometimes people, especially if it's in reverse, people can feel this is a lack of support, right? You can feel sort of, even it could be a card of maybe feeling homesick or feeling as though, things are not feeling very stable in the home. So interestingly, even though it's upright, I am also feeling that sort of reverse energy of it. Maybe it's the eclipse season that's making me feel the reverse of the cards, but this is about, knowing that you decide who your community is too. Some of us we didn't have the privilege of being born into families that were healthy for us, or even that can be happy for us. So it is important to realize though that support comes in many forms. And I think for some of you, you're maybe not used to being the one receiving support. This is support coming in, and it could be in the form of a new romantic cycle for some of you. It's an important relationship. Okay, it can also be one's relationship with oneself. What else do we have? So the time to release negativity. This is the Dark Mansion Tarot by Taroteca Studio. All the decks I use are in the description box. 8 of Pentacles. This card wants to keep coming out for us. And I think, you know what? This is what's clarifying that it's time to release negativity. Like I said, you're doing the work. You now have your second 8 out. So you have 88. This is a time, it's a new abundance could be reaching you or wanting to come in. And again, I feel it's some of you, it's because you're really working on yourself. Please do remember though, especially during Virgo season, because Virgos are known to be perfectionists of the zodiac. We're not looking for perfection, right? This is like, well, maybe you are, but in general, it's better to look for progress rather than perfection, right? Please don't be too hard on yourself here, because that's not really gonna help, right? Sometimes that is a pattern that Libras have, or that any sign really has, that feeling as though you have to be perfect, or that you can't get started until it's perfect. If that were the case, no one would ever have babies, right? There's never a perfect time for a baby, right? I guess anytime. You could just flip it and say anytime's a perfect time for a new project, a baby, a relationship, or whatever it is, 5 of Wands here. So you and your loved ones are safe from any sort of conflict, competition. Okay, this is like, also I'm hearing intuitively, agitation. Okay, so whatever is I get, for some of you, you have jealousy around you. I have been picking up on that for a bit now, and it just feels that for some of you, it could even be someone very close to you who just can't seem to be happy for anybody but themselves, and they're not even happy for themselves, maybe. All right, let's see what else we have. Now, obviously, you won't resonate with everything I say in a 1-hour reading, but I hope you do get something here. You have the 10 of Pentacles after the moon. So the moon came out first. Pisces energy here with a lunar energy, perfect for this eclipse happening during Virgo season, right? 10 of Pentacles, earth sign energy here. So this is a new cycle that has to do with your long-term stability, security, happiness. You're seeing something more clearly. Again, there could be a big revelation here. Whatever's holding you back, you're addressing it. It's being released during this powerful eclipse season. And again, the energy stays with us for a while, right? This isn't just, we have to, there are a lot of cosmic influences happening at any given time, right? And so things, they could last for a while, but this, I feel, is you releasing those fears about scarcity too. And we'll see what the money blocks say. But yeah, this is like getting out of that scarcity mindset and realizing that you have that ability, you have that power to bring it in. And you actually have more authority over yourself, over your life than you may realize. I'm hearing right now 2 areas. They're not even connected, but I hear Carlsbad. And then I just heard Indiana as well. We have the King of Swords. And as soon as I saw this card, yes, it's air sign energy, but I immediately thought Gemini, and I don't know why. So, I mean, other than that, yes, it's air sign. I don't know if this is exactly Gemini's card, but it's air sign. So it is So maybe you have that in your chart or something, somebody does. You have Justice card too. And that's what's coming in the releasing activity. Some of you are releasing or overcoming what you may have considered to be karmic debt too. And again, there's this element of things, what's truly fair. There's a wish coming true. I never get that off the Justice card. I'm getting that now. Now let's talk about this King of Swords, though, with this new cycle, new romantic cycle begins. You're being honored. Some of you are being honored. You're getting some sort of recognition from somebody very high up. This could be somebody who has some sort of authority, but it can also be someone who has an energy that has opposed you in some way. That is what's being channeled right now. I kind of realize I'm unlike other channelers because I truly channel, but I'm not, I don't do a different voice. It's still my voice when I'm channeling. So I don't have the, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, except I don't have like the presentation that some channelers have. It's just me. So maybe it's a little boring, but it's still me. Okay. Oh my gosh. And you have the Empress. I'm getting a message with this right now, actually, like, know that you are good enough and you can actually do this thing. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, is what's up top there. You have there's something that is it's been hectic, it's been chaotic. Maybe it reaches a climax in a way, and then things just disperse, like it just breaks up from there. So something could really be coming unraveled too. I'm hearing. I do hear a message that I've heard recently in the last couple of weeks. The suitcases are packed, so maybe for some of you they are packed. Maybe you are moving or you're going somewhere. Let's see. A lot of Libra energy on the table right now with Justice and the Empress. We share the Empress with Taurus, also ruled by Venus, like us. So, do you measure up? Is what I'm hearing. Yes, some of you need to release that negative self-talk. Okay, that's another thing that wants to come up to be released. Where does it even come from? Okay, you may want to be reviewing that. Where does this come from? Empress can also be, it's a card of potential. I'm also feeling very protective energy. Some of you may be protecting something you're really proud of and not wanting to bring it out into the open because you are proud of it and maybe you don't want other people's opinion on it. So I'm getting that. I'm going to turn this down a tad just so you can still see the table a bit. See what else I'm getting here. Okay. Yeah, there's something here about it being your duty almost to overcome this fear or this thing. Some of you are maybe feeling as though you have cut a generational curse, you've ended it, or maybe something that was less than good. I don't know. You know that you don't do it, but your family did. So you've freed yourself from whatever toxic pattern cycle. And I don't like toxic is so overused in the spiritual community, but you know what I'm trying to say. And that's why I guess I'll use that one. So anything, negative, low vibration. Let's see what else we have. I do get like a buried secret coming out. Makes sense for a lunar eclipse. But I do feel someone could almost be, there's a whole lot of channeling going on right now. But I feel as though someone could be, I'm hearing something about like badgering the witness. It's almost like you weren't part of something, but emotionally you're taking the brunt of something. There's just this like turbulence, or you could be witnessing that happen to someone else. Yeah, some of you, I do get like cutting cords, like you're cutting connections. So you may be clearing out connections that don't serve you, suit you. For a lot of you, you've already done that. Some of you, you're opening up a new cycle or a new romantic cycle or a partnership relationship. Doesn't have to be romantic. But because that's why because you've cut those ties energetically now too. So if you haven't done that yet, you may be doing that. You may have felt you would never get rid of feeling a certain way, and then you do. You somehow you like slip out of it. You've come out of it. So this is great. It's not even somehow as you've put that work in. Okay, so 11 card plus you have 11 with justice. So 11 is the number. You need to trust your intuition, okay? Really trust your intuition on something. You're very capable. For some of you, I'm getting too, like you're feeling like you're getting fried in the sun is what I just heard. So it almost, I feel as though you're, what that can be is because a lot of things in tarot is metaphorical is you could be feeling as though, again, you're taking the heat for something that you didn't cause. Or that maybe you're ending a pattern of doing that. So maybe you've had a period or a life where you've had to kind of clean up after someone else's messes, and I'm getting that you're letting that go, and you're not doing that anymore. Remember, lessons not luggage, right? We have that Fool card coming in. Let go of the luggage, embrace the lesson. I talk about that on this channel all the time. You do have a new start coming in, and that's I'm getting something about too about things kind of cooling down, things sort of it's sort of like reaching this level of comfort maybe that you haven't had before. Maybe you're reaching that with a certain person, or in regard to you're getting more grounded for some of you too. Okay, that's really good. You're getting out there a bit more, stepping out of that comfort zone. Okay, and this is with this whole new level of optimism. It feels as though that's really, I mean, that goes right into that time to release negativity. And I think that's what you're stepping into. There is a focus on dogs here too. I mean, dogs can be very loyal companions, right? And also maybe there's just something going on with a dog of yours, or I'm just picking up on that energy being very close to you at this time. I'm feeling Seven of Swords energy, almost like a trickery. There is a little bit of a trickery. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just letting you know. You know me. I'm not an alarmist. Okay, I'm very real about things and genuine, and I wish to help, not to scare or anything like that. But I am getting this energy of like a little bit of trickery. I mean, you'll see right through it because we have justice here. That's one of your superpowers, Libra. Hierophant. There you go. Hierophant. Beware of self deception. Message we keep getting. And I feel a lot of this reading has to do with that. That's why we're looking at that sort of shadow side, shadow self. We're looking at things we can be doing to really, even if it's uncomfortable, look behind the curtain, look under the rug, things that have been swept under the carpet. It's like shaking that carpet out, letting it go everywhere, and knowing that you're able to clean up whatever mess that creates. I'm getting for some of you, like you didn't want to rock the boat maybe or something, but I'm getting all these cliches with this. Sorry, but that's what I'm getting. Like you didn't want to do that. So now you kept quiet or something, or you didn't. Yeah, now it's like it's like all out in the open. So something is really out in the open and able to be healed. We can't heal things in the dark, right? They need to come out into the open. And that's what this Empress can do too. It can bring things out into the light. It's the Moon card too, right? Justice, even the Hierophant. Maybe there's some sort of justice with regard to an organization. I'm getting that you've been anticipating this. So maybe some sort of wrong is now made right. The Hierophant too, I'm getting that there's something here about there wasn't full disclosure, or it's to the point where you are deciding full disclosure, I'm just going to put it all out there. So even if it's not popular opinion, okay, I do get that too. It's making me want to get an oracle card from this Maruka X deck, which I am loving this deck. This one is called the Sacred Sun Wisdom Oracle. Loving the colors. It's so vibrant, perfect for an eclipse season. Sovereignty. Look at that. You have the power to shape the world around you as you see fit. Oh, I'm getting a chill. Okay, I have literal goosebumps on me now because I just said even if it's not popular opinion, it's like full disclosure. There's this energy of like non-conformity. And because of that, you get like blessed by the universe for there's a reason you were given the heart you were given, the soul you were given, right? We each have, I believe, different reasons for being here. And maybe yours is to be that voice of truth or to advocate for people, or even if it's advocate for yourself. Maybe you grew up with a family who didn't do that in a healthy way, and now you're not doing that. So there's just that coming in too. Mastery, independence, control, and leadership are key words associated with this. Having that sovereignty over your own life, over your own soul, your own existence, your own experience that you're having here on this on this planet we live on. All right. I just heard Mexicali. So Max and Allie too. Okay, so there's the Nine of Swords. Something has been a nightmare here, and that's falling underneath that you and your loved ones are safe. This is a lot of anxiety. It's the nightmare card in tarot. This is like grief too. It can be feeling very hopeless, helpless, feeling as though, or it can also be our negative thoughts kind of ruling, right? But at the base of this, the root, it's like deep down you're an empress, but every once in a while, maybe you are dealing with personal patterns and things that are stuck, and things that it's just because you have a bad day doesn't mean that all that work you've done is down the toilet, right? So do know that. What else do we have? Well, too many. The clump fell out. Okay, what else do we have? Believe in the impossible. I'd like to actually get a clarify on the Nine of Swords, please. Please clarify the Nine of Swords. Oh, we have two cards. Okay. All right, so there's patience here. Yes, a new cycle will come. So interesting, yeah, we go from the 9 to the 10. So we go from the Nine of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune to Temperance. It's like, first of all, let's not get carried away, right? With the what's going on in our head, the fear, the anxiety. I think eclipses can bring that up. Again, it's a very emotional experience. And especially if you're sensitive to the energies of the moon. Like if you have Cancer as an ascendant or something, and you're ruled by Cancer, or you're even Cancer sun or moon. I personally, I know that to be true as a Cancer ascendant. So anyway, yeah, you might feel all the lunar events more so than other people do. And this again, you have angelic assistance here. You have a new cycle coming in, and I'm getting this energy of like, don't get carried away. Moderation and balance are key. We don't always have control over how we feel, but like what we do with that feeling, we do have control over. So not letting intrusive things really like take over and yeah, either of our own or of others. This is about letting go and releasing any self-limiting beliefs. Okay. I feel you have this is breakthrough energy too. This is what's clarifying believe in the impossible too. No, actually, sorry, it's clarifying the Nine of Swords. But we're going to move right into the believe in the impossible. Like, again, if you've been wanting to overcome something, now is the time. You're able to do this. Okay, and again, this can have to do with it can have to do with luck and abundance and really feeling protected too, and blessed and at peace. It's a much more harmonious period coming in after that Nine of Swords. This is a cycle now of harmony. But please be patient with yourself. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to a small child. You know, would you yell and scream and tell them they failed? No, hopefully not, right? Be gentle with yourself. Yeah, sometimes, you know, I'm tough on myself too. Or I'm tough on even other people when I know that they are not doing the work, I guess you'd say, right? I mean, I just, like, if my friends ask my opinion, I'll tell them honestly. That's maybe why they ask, you know, maybe they want to hear it. But then there are other times too where it's like I have to tell people, and I tell myself this too, is like, no, like, stop beating yourself up, you know? So it's, again, it's that balance, really. We tend to be very hard on ourselves. It's one thing to have high standards, like the Eight of Pentacles, but it's a different thing to really be going into your head so much about it. This, like, with this Nine of Swords, and you know, really breaking yourself down even over it. That conflict within yourself too, which can be that Five of Wands, can actually be inner conflict. You may also be conflicted as far as where to put your energy and your resources. I have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I think for a lot of you, like, you're like I said, you're done taking on somebody else's responsibilities here. This is a lifted burden. This is it can also be delegating responsibilities. So sharing the load here, right? This is if they're maybe feeling burnt out. Okay, so instead of feeling as though, so it could be that, like, a relationship or something is just feeling too much like it's a burden. Well, again, we're here in this reading today to see how can we eliminate these blocks, how can we address them so that they don't keep coming back too, and so we don't feel like we're weighed down by these heavy, look at all these logs they're having to carry. Do you have to carry? Maybe you don't have to carry so much, Libra. Give someone else a turn. Yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe you can get some assistance from somebody too, because I'm feeling that energy again. There's like a supportive energy coming in. Some of you don't know how to accept support and help because it's never been offered. You ever try to accept a compliment as someone who grew up not getting compliments, maybe being told negative things all the time, and then you have to learn how to accept a compliment as an adult? It's not easy, right? Six of Swords, but you're transitioning, you're moving on. Big period of transition. Again, lightening the load here. And like I said, this is incredible to me. I love it. This happens all the time. You know me, if you watch. This is a card of support. Look, the people are being supported. It's one of the cards in tarot that literally can mean support has arrived to help you with your transition. Card of transition. Moving to from choppy water to calmer water, right? Something that could have been emotionally choppy or any sort of situation. But look, there's support. There's a woman, a child, there's a person who's chartering the little boat here. Help is arriving here in some form. It could be through a relationship because that's what it's underneath. So for some of you, I feel as though, well, you could be getting, it could be an earth sign and they could be younger. Just letting you know. Boom, there it is. Okay. All right. Could be also an energy where if they're not literally a younger earth sign, it could be an energy where this person helps you to feel a little more grounded, like earthy, you know, or and maybe a little more childlike, fun to explore. Maybe you do fun things together. This person might also be good with their resources. I'm hearing right now intuitively some of you questioning, do I have what it takes? Well, I don't know. Nine of Cups, you think so? This person, you think they have what it takes? Look at all those, well, aces of cups in the background, trophies, if you will. Yeah, they have what it takes. I asked, do you have what it takes? Yeah, you have what it takes. All right there, kid. That's what I feel like. He's like, yeah, all right, kid, you got what it takes. Come on, kid. Chin up. So sometimes when I channel, I do another voice. I do a variety of voices, but me in real life, this is real life, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like, um, I'm kind of known for I do impersonations and things like that. That's a side of me you don't necessarily know, but I do funny voices occasionally. They'll slip out here. And so that just happened now. But maybe you have someone in spirit, even, or someone in your life who actually speaks like that. You know, they'll kind of like, hey, come on, kid, buck up, you got what it takes, Yeah. So anyway, could be. I know, weird, right? No. So that's wish fulfillment. You have what it takes to make your wishes come true. This is contentment. This is abundance. This is good health. This is enjoyment. That's you. It's right on top of that sovereignty card. Release negativity and make way. Clear your shelves for all those aces of cups. And then we get to this other row here. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Goodness. Thank you. Okay. I saw this five of cups. I'm like, oh no. And I say, this world, thank you. A lot of the times when we have the Wheel of Fortune on the table, we will have the world, and that's exactly what we have. But look, the Five of Cups, yeah, this is what's underneath. You and your loved ones are safe. The Five of Wands, the Nine of Swords. We've got this one column here that, yeah, in order to go forward, this, whatever it is for you personally, needs to be addressed. And you know this. I mean, you're already doing this, I feel like. I feel like a lot of you, you've set those, they're done. Those cups on the floor, they're done. You have this Ace of Cups here. You're going to, by focusing your attention on one thing fully, one person, one situation, one stream of income, whatever, one thing. Maybe that one thing is you. You're the one thing. You're not a thing, right? You're you. Maybe that's what opens up this whole world of possibilities here. All this fulfillment, feeling complete, feeling accomplished. Some of you are getting a new home too. But, it can be hard to have to move too. It can be hard. Even, just growth in general can be uncomfortable. Yeah, it can be. And I get to, for some of you, I'm hearing right now, some of you may have, like, people just don't understand your point of view. They don't get exactly where you're coming from. And it's not because you're hard to understand. It's like some people can't understand what they have not learned about yet. Like they don't, maybe you have what it takes for something, but the people around you aren't the best support because they themselves can't join you. They're not going to that next level the way you are or have. I'm not trying to sound like, arrogant here on your behalf, but no, not everybody is going to this new phase of life, of development. We're all at different stages of our own individual journeys. And there's that expression, I don't know who says it, but it's something to the effect of you can only meet people as deeply as they've met themselves, something like that. I don't know if it's Maya Angelou or what, but I'm sure someone will leave a comment and let me know, or not. That's fine too. Yeah, so not trying to misquote somebody here, but all right, let's see. You know what? Let's get right into the, hang on a minute here. Five of Swords. Yeah, okay. So that's like, so you have 555 though. That's that. Oh, and you actually have a Hierophant. So now you have 4 5s. You keep getting 4 of different numbers in the readings. Interesting. So anyway, maybe 4 is your life path number. I don't know, but 5 of Swords. Like I said, I was feeling of this 5 of Cups, which I generally will feel that off the 5 of Swords, but like someone kind of making you feel bad that you can't take them with you. This is another energy that's been coming in lately because some of you really are moving on. You're moving on. You're leveling up, and you can't take everybody with you, nor do you want to, right? Sometimes we outgrow people, places, things, situations, and you can't. Please do not stay in something out of guilt. Knight of Cups. It's important that you follow your heart. Some of you are facing the emotional waters here, as I've been talking about, or as I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, I think. And some of those waters could be a bit muddy. You know, and they're going to be muddy and mucky before they clear up. It's like when you disturb the peace by moving along, change and growing. Think about if you're walking through this pristine, crystal clear river and you start trudging through in your water shoes, like I do, like a duck or whatever, and plop, plop, you know, and bringing up all the muck, all the dirt. Now the water is no longer clear. It's not so pretty to look at, right? Too bad, right? Not for you, but just like too bad in general. Sometimes we need to stir it up in order for things to fall into place where they're supposed to be. Just leaving everything as is, status quo, just to not upset, upset the apple cart, right? Which, who cares? Like, you know, sometimes we need to actually make a mess in order to make something beautiful. Think about artists, think about bakers, right? Anytime you go to create, it can be messy, right? So, yeah. Letting go of, again, people, places, things we have outgrown. That doesn't make you a bad person, Libra. Okay. Right here. Two of Swords. Use your intuition on this choice. This is kind of like a waiting kind of energy, waiting, right? And you know, it's interesting because, I mean, this is, again, another card where the waters are there. There are the waters, and the person is like, they don't know, you know, which sword do I pick up? They're at a crossroads. Maybe you're feeling like you are. It's a difficult choice. It's indecision. You'll make the right decision. You have Justice here. You have Wheel of Fortune. You have World card. You have the Empress. I know you'll do what's best, but it doesn't mean doing what's best is easy, right? Let your intuition be your guide, and know that whatever's going on, it's temporary. Generally, most things in life are temporary. Not everything, right? But most things are temporary. Oh my goodness. I love this, because here we are on an eclipse, Libra, and you get the card with the eclipse on it, and you get the Queen of Wands. Guess what? Even if it's tough, even if it's difficult, icky, sticky, gross, yuck, this person moves away from what's not fulfilling them anymore. Maybe something's no longer emotionally fulfilling, right? The water here, the cups. And nothing stops a Queen of Wands. There she is, moving in the direction of the sun, moving in the direction that's best for her or him. She's made her choice. I'm literally hearing her talk to me right now and saying, I've made my choice and it's a good one. Libra, you've made your choice and it's a good one. If you need that confirmation, that's what's coming in. As I always say, disclaimer, right? Read the disclaimer. Only take what resonates, blah, blah, blah. But nothing could stop you and keep you from what is meant to be, from what's meant to be for you. Oh my gosh. Like I said, she says, I made my choice and it's a good one. There's the Ace of Wands she's holding. There it is. I'm hearing the theme song from Chariots of Fire in my head right now. So anyway, creation, willpower, inspiration, right? This could be some sort of new project, but you make your choice here. Boom, there it is, inspired. Taking action. Glow up. Right in the center of your reading, a hefty Ace of Wands. That is a beautiful energy. All right. But, you know, we have some things we need to address, so let's get into it. What do we need to surrender to, please? If you enjoy this reading, please do like the video, subscribe, consider becoming a member for bonus content. And thank you to all of you who do subscribe and are members, and those of you who leave lovely comments. Thank you. Surrender worry. Free yourself. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith. Spirit is guiding you always. Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from the heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. And surrender obsessive thinking. I almost choked into the mic. Anyway, if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. It can help, right? I have a hard time being passive. I'm always more like, got to do it. I have to do it myself, but so yes, as much as I surrender to the divine, I think it's everything in moderation, right? Temperance, right? I don't just rely on the divine. I do my part and I encourage others to do the same. Surrender trust and surrender creativity. So let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Yes, be open. And surrender to trust. Trust yourself, Libra. Trust your decisions. I know it can be difficult. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Remember, Libra, they have their own agenda too. Even if they don't mean to, they have their certain things too. So do what's best for you. Take action and be confident that you've chosen the right path. There it is, Libra. Queen of Wands. I've made my choice and it's a good one. That's exactly what this reading's about. All right. What else do we have for the Libra collective? How do we stay high vibing this week? High vibing. High vibing. Members, your bonus video will be out tomorrow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's too many. We don't want to be that high vibing. No. Just kidding. All right. Barefoot. Walk barefoot. Take off your shoes and feel the ground inside or outside. For full benefit, walk on a natural surface like grass or imagine walking barefoot on a warm beach. Connecting with the ground charges your body with Earth's energy and its natural good vibrations. I'm not trying to promote any products or anything here, but I don't know if you've tried things like grounding mats. If you can't get outside, during the winter or whatever, and put your feet on the earth, try a grounding mat. Maybe that'll work for you. All right. Laughter. Oh, yeah. Laughter instantly shifts the situation or environment into a higher vibration. Hang out with kids. Watch a comedy. Just start laughing. If nothing else, start with a smile. For me, it's pet videos, like unlikely pet videos, like you'll see a duck and a donkey that are friends, I love that stuff. Oh, wow. I'm laughing just thinking about it. It's great. Okay, let's see what else. How about releasing money blocks? If you're interested in your other signs over on Mantic Mystic, every single zodiac sign has a short eclipse reading. All right. Let's see what we have for Libras, the lovely, beautiful Libras. It is almost our birthday season, and I hope that brings you so much positivity, love, light into your life. Victim energy is here. First card out, card of victim mentality, 8 of Swords, but it was in the reverse, Libra. You're leaving that behind. This is about practicing forgiveness, okay? Forget the mistake, but remember the lesson. Again, it's not what the card says. I'm saying that. Victim mindset keeps you blocked energetically and emotionally. Choose to release the victim mentality. Become an empowered survivor to learn from the past and move forward to a joyful and abundant future. And what do you know? Happy Virgo season. Being too hard on yourself. You are a winner. Being too hard on yourself creates unnecessary and difficult hurdles. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. You don't need to lower your bar, but you need to be able to see all of your small wins. Celebrate your victories, Libra. And do what feels right, by the way. Oh, here it is again. Don't rely too much on luck or the universe, I guess. Luck doesn't decide. Count on luck for your success instead of, oh, that's what it is. That's the block. So instead of counting on luck, instead of making your own, we have to decide to make our own. So trust in luck. Trusting in luck to bring you success means you're not coordinating your efforts in such a way that you can achieve them. Remember, luck favors those that are prepared. We already said that. I already said this. We don't want to be too anything. We don't want to be too passive, but we don't want to, feel like we don't have any support from the universe. I mean, depends what kind of life you want to live. If you want to, have a spiritual life, I guess, you probably want to blend of both, right? But I think we're all, anyway, you can debate anything I say, right? But why do that? What's the point? Environment. Organize your space. Chaos around you also creates chaos in your head. And declutter your space. Create an environment in which it signals to the universe you're ready for the next big step. As I said, clear off your shelves, Libra, for your aces of cups. Clear the way for your ace of wands. The Empress here that you have, she gets the soil ready, right? She's not going to try to grow something new in some old, gross, soil that's no longer full of nutrients, right? So you want to be planting your seeds in fertile grounds. Sometimes we don't know where to plant or what to do, right? We just have to take a chance. All right. Let's get a crystal card, crystal of the week, crystal that may help us. Okay, I'm getting a name like Betty, Betty Sue, Betsy, and Eleanor. Agate, get back into balance. Ha ha, that's hilarious, as we're Libras. Okay, that's good. We're just going to do one of those. And let's get a love card. Ooh, girl. All right, here we go. Love. Love, love, love. Okay. Mind fog. Illusions, feeling unsure, feeling uncertainty. Be mindful of a clouded perspective. It breeds confusion, distorts perception, and it can craft an illusion of reality. Wow. And top of the deck, withdrawn. So this could be you're in no contact with someone. So you could be waiting for things to settle, resisting the urge to push a conversation that neither of you are ready for. Don't wait your life away. That's my advice, if you want my advice. Sometimes it is worth the wait, but at the same time, don't want to wait your life away. You have a life to live. World of luxury here. You've reached a point where your hard work has paid off and you're now reaping the rewards of your work. This comes with a strong mastery of your field and financial independence, okay? You have the World card here. You have the Empress. Yeah, World of Luxury. Again, that Nine of Cups. That's pretty World of Luxury kind of card. And the best time is now. Look at that. Now is not the moment to hold off for a better opportunity or rely on others. Again, don't wait your life away, please. Some of you need to hear that. You'll know if it's you. If it's not, fine. I'm okay with that. Are you? So anyway, take action now. Don't let more time slip away and risk losing your chance to transform your current situation. If you have an opportunity that's before you and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for something that you don't know if it's coming in or not, and you're letting other opportunities pass you by, well, I'm not saying lower your standards here, but please don't waste your life waiting for someone else. Okay? That's specific to somebody. I know, I could tell it's for somebody. All right? So that's somebody's message from Spirit. And as with anything, you don't have to listen to me at all. That's fine. We're all good with that. All right. Let's get some Let's see, is there anything else we didn't cover? We talked about, how to stay high vibing. This is like really there's a lot going on in this reading. Okay. Please take off the blindfold and see the truth in front of you. And you have all of the cards with a blindfold in your reading. The 8 of Swords, blindfold. 2 of Swords, blindfold. Justice card, blindfold. Take off the blindfold. Got to see where you're going. And you know what? You're going to want to see where you're going, because for some of you, where you're going is awesome. Expand the mind and learn a new skill. Knowledge will open doors to a new direction. And 2 more. You have reconnecting to your past to unlock your future. You can heal and move forward. Yeah, I mean, only go back really if you're going to. I'm hearing something funny right now. I'm getting channeled. If you have to pick the lock, that might be a sign. So in other words, if a door is like shut and locked, if you have to pick the lock to get in, I don't know, maybe try a different door where you can access, like, again, I don't know, maybe some of you it is this energy of like, move on, take off the blindfold, move on. Perhaps, maybe. For some of you, it doesn't apply at all, so whatever, that's fine. Just only take what resonates, thank you. You can manifest great things. Look beyond the daily grind and see what you truly desire. I love these. And make the time to connect with the ones you love. I'm hearing right now, too, intuitively, gifted healer. I'm also hearing employment opportunities, or it was employment, like answers. You're going to get an answer about employment possibly this week. So I hope it's good news for you. If that's what I hope it's good news. So yeah, either it'll be for you or it won't be. And I hope whatever it is, it's good. It'll be best for you. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, we're releasing some limiting beliefs here. We really are. All right, let's see. All right, angel numbers. 1919, sign of patience. Patience and hard work make dreams a reality. And 222, sign of expansion. Your spirit, mind, and soul are growing. And again, I just need to reiterate, you are safe. Your loved ones are safe. There's something here about that, okay? Now, I'm going to get an animal card. Then I'm going to tell you a quick little story and toot my own horn, okay? All right, animal cards. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. So many. Okay. Oh, you know how I said dog? Well, guess what? Dog came out with vulture, too. So there's vulture, card 47, DNA doorway, crown chakra. The magic you see is already within you. Listen to the wisdom of your body. Allow your full potential to come to life. Yes. Virgo season, great time to be really tuning into our health and our habits, which affect our health. Dog, card 26, expansion, heart chakra. Open your heart, trust and follow the voice of love within you. Commit to the path that brings you the greatest joy. It was really hard for me not to sing Joy to the World just then. All right. Anyway, so that's what I have for you. You know how to show support if you enjoyed the video. You can use that hype option. You can like the video, leave a comment. All of that helps. Yeah. So anyway, quick little story. So some of you may or may not remember. It didn't dawn on me till recently, though, and I shared it on my other channel too, that I don't know if you remember, but I had been hearing Atlas for months, even I want to say at least a year. I kept hearing Atlas, and I was also given July a lot, late July. Well, I mentioned it in my April 17th reading, and I also mentioned it in I think it was the June 24th, I believe, both of this year. And so I mentioned Atlas in those videos. some of you made a connection, and that's, and I believe that if you've made a connection, it was your parent or your dog or whatever, that's great. I felt deep down that there was also something else though. But I knew Atlas wasn't just, an atlas that you might read. It was a proper name. It was a something or someone, because it was like Atlas with a capital A. So when I would see it, but I was hearing Atlas. So anyway, Atlas, 3i Atlas, which is the third interstellar, 3i, third interstellar / Atlas, which I think is the telescope that saw it. Anyway, yeah, that's the interstellar object that they found July 1st, 2025. Now it's, the talk of the news and everything. And there's never been, something this huge, and it's not behaving like other comets and all this other stuff. So it's been all over. But my point is that please believe in your own gifts, because I never would have thought that some of the things that I've been hearing during readings, so I can prove it. I've got the receipts, through these readings, that I've been saying things that I'm clairaudiently hearing, and they mean something, but it can sometimes take, like I said, like a whole year or more for it to make sense. So that's why I think it's really important that you write down things you receive during meditation or at other times when you yourself are channeling, or if you just hear something or you keep hearing or seeing something, jot it down, put it in your phone in the notes section. I do that. Or jot it down in a journal, just make note of it, or tell somebody, or record yourself into your phone saying it, and just keep that on hand, because you can really piece together some of life's mysteries and other just cool stuff, just from honoring, paying attention to the messages you're receiving. So I'm a person like you. I'm no different than anybody else. I think we all have our own special abilities and things. And I think each one of us has psychic abilities, and I just share my story as far as, and I have to, unfortunately, it's like tooting my own horn in a way, which I'm not comfortable with doing, but I think I have to get more comfortable, because I think I'm here to teach and inspire and to help others, tap into their own gifts and coach that, and intuitive development and things. So please do. Believe the messages you're getting, write them down, look into them, discuss them with people you trust if you feel comfortable, because they really do mean something. And even if it's something like, it's so random, right? Oh, Atlas is actually, that's the name of this interstellar thing. I also think it's funny that 3i, even though it means third interstellar, I thought of it as like third eye, so like 3i. And if you remember, when I was channeling those messages, I think it was one of them was in that Cazimi, the new moon Cazimi, or the in Cancer or whatever reading. I think that was the June 24th one. And then 7 days later, they found this, what they're calling 3i Atlas. And that's one of the times I'd said Atlas. But what I think is really funny is I had also mentioned it's by design, and dodecahedron came in, and that was one where it was like, look for signs of cosmic bliss, and it's just, when I think of all that and I put it all together, I'm like, wow, so there really is, I just feel like there's so much more than what we understand and what we know. And so I don't know, we have to, just believe in yourself more, and believe in the fact that there's so much to be explored and discovered, and that excites me, and hopefully it excites and inspires you. And so I just wanted to share some of those things and kind of remind people of that, just how important it is to get quiet sometimes and allow yourself to receive the messages, because there might be answers for you within that. So I think that for a lot of us, we're going to more and more want to rely on our own intuition, as opposed to looking to the external. So hopefully this reading helped in some way. My little rant here at the end was also helpful or inspiring. So that's always my goal here. So thank you so much for being here.